Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, you will learn how to create a school events calendar in Microsoft Excel. As you are seeing my screen, we have created this school event calendar with the annual, monthly and daily view, as well as we have created the data entry form to enter the new event. So let me show you first annual view. Just click on this. Now this is the annual view, and here you can see the whole calendar of 2025, all months, and we have given here the control panel, so you can change the year from here. If you want to see for the another year, then you can change it from here, and as well as if you want to change the academic year, let's say year is starting from April, then you can select here April. So the starting month of the year will be April, you can see, and the calendar will be created. Or let's keep Jan. And similarly for the week also, week is starting from Monday, but if you want to start from Sunday, you can start with Sunday also, or you can start with some other day also. Here we have given 5 different themes. You can choose any other theme also. Just click on this and the theme will be changed, and you can decide which theme you want to keep. So I'm keeping default. Now if you want to highlight 2 days of the week like Saturday and Sunday, so Sunday is already highlighted in gray, you can take Saturday also. So Saturday is also highlighted in gray in the calendar, okay, or you can choose any other days also. We have selected highlight events, so in the yellow color we can see the events are on these dates. You can uncheck this and you can see the events are not highlighted now in yellow, okay. You can highlight the events from here. If you want to add the event on any specific day, you can add that. Let's say I want to add on 5th of Feb. So in the Feb month, I will select the 5th Feb and I'll click on add new event. Now this form will appear and you can see the date 5th Feb is selected and day is also there. Just input the event name. So I'm just putting, let's say, test event. Then you can put the time of the event also using this time picker, and from here you can choose hour. Let's say I'm saying starting 10:30 morning, okay. So I will select here 10:30 and 0 second in the morning, just say okay. Location, then I'm saying playground, okay. You can put some description also if you want to put, otherwise I'm just saying submit. Now as I click, you can see that event is added on the 5th Feb, that is highlighted in yellow now. Alright, you can see that event also for any specific event. So let's click on that date and just say show event. If you select any date wherein no event is there, it is not highlighted in yellow, then it will say there is no event on this date, okay. If I select 5th of Feb and say show event, it will take me to the new page, daily view page, and it will show that event which we have added, test event, okay. Let's go back to the home again, click on annual view, and this was the annual view part. Now we can go to home again and we can come to the monthly view. Monthly view will show 1 month at a time and it will show all information of 1 month. You can select the month from here like January, and you can change the year also if you want to change. Let's select the Feb month for 2025, and you can see on 5th Feb we have added this event which is appearing. Now if you want to add one more event on the same date, you can just select that date here and click on add new event. If you click anywhere else, then it will show please select the date from calendar. So date is this, just click and again it will show that same form, and because we have selected again 5th Feb, so it is taking 5th Feb here. I'm saying new event, and if you want to put the time, location, then you can put, they are optional, just submit. Now we can see it is saying test event, then one more, okay. You can click and on this 5th Feb and say show events. It will show 2 events are there on the 5th Feb, and this is the information, test event and new event. Alright, so that is how we can see this monthly view. Now we can go to the daily view also. Daily view is nothing but this is the view which we have already seen, and here you can change the start date, end date, and it will show the list of events. So let's say I want to see all the events in Feb month. So I'll select here 1st Feb till 20th Feb and I'll click on this refresh. Now it is showing me all the events. Now let's say I want to add the new event. So I will click on the new event and I'm saying I want to add the new event on the 15th Feb. So I'll select Feb and 15th. Okay, and again this is some other event. I'm just putting some dummy name. You can put some time and some location and just submit. Now that event is added, but it is not appearing here just because we have to refresh it again. Now we can see that 15th Feb events is appearing here. Alright, so that is how you can see the event. You can just change the date range and you can see that. Just go to the home and come to the event sheet. So here we can see we have all the list of the events and you can manage those events using the add new record. The same add new event form will appear and you can change the date from this calendar and you can just input the information and submit. The new event will be added like we have added from the other pages. So these are the three new events which we have just added. You can update any existing event also. Just click on the ID of that event and click on update record. The same form will appear and that will be pre-filled. Whatever we have filled earlier, that will be pre-filled. Let's say this one and update. That is pre-filled, test event, playground, and this is what we have. Now let's say I want to change the time or I want to change the date and submit. I can change that, right? That is changed. You can see 8th Feb. Or if you want to delete that event, you can simply click here on the ID and say delete event. Say yes, that event is deleted. This is also deleted. So you can delete the event one by one like this. Alright. And you can enter your data manually also, or if you have available the data in the same format, you can copy and paste here also. This sheet is not protected. Alright, that is how you can use this school events calendar. Now I will show you how you can create this in Microsoft Excel. Now I will show you how we have created this in Microsoft Excel. On the home tab, we have created these 4 buttons. These buttons are nothing but just the Excel shapes. We have taken the Excel shape from here. Just take the shape from the insert column like this, and we have taken this rounded corner and just drag this shape here, and you can pick this yellow handle and move to the right hand side. So this will look like this. From here, shape format, you can take any preset also. Let's say I'm taking this preset or I'm taking this preset like this. And you can put some text like right click, edit text, and I'm putting, let's say, annual view. Okay, something like that. You can create using this method, and from the home you can align this center and right click. You can create a link on this sheet. Just create a link. Then inside hyperlink window will appear. You can say place in this document and you can select the sheet name from here. Let's say I'm saying annual view. Now if I click on this button, it will take me to the annual view sheet. Similarly, you can create the home button here. You can take one icon, just create the hyperlink for the home button. That is how we have created the hyperlinks. Now you can delete this. And to create this annual view, we have already created the detailed video how we can create this. You can check out our YouTube video we have already uploaded, and you can check this is the same one which we are using. And similarly for the monthly view also, we have created the detailed video, and you can just check out that one also available on our YouTube channel. Alright. Now here coming to this one, this is the simple one. Here we have taken the starting range and end range. Now let me show you the code, because we have put the VBA code here. Let's come here and just come down. This is the macro which we have created. So events, and we are taking the daily view sheet and we are taking the event sheet. So two sheet, DSH is the event sheet and SH is the daily view sheet. Okay. And here we have put, if active cell is not a date, then it will show please select a date. And if it is a date, then what it will first count if there is any event is available on that date or not, using the count if. So what we are doing, let me show you. from the annual view or from the monthly view. If you click here, this is ultimately a date in the backend. We just have changed the format, right? Similarly here also. So if you select the proper date, then we will call this particular macro on this button, that is show event, this one and this one also. So if you select proper date, then only it will come here, and on the daily view it will put on the C3 and F3, it will put the same date of the active cell value. Okay, so here it will put same value. Let me show you. Let's say I select this one, which is 26 March, and I say show event, then it will put the same date here and here, start date, end date. Then it will refresh, call this refresh daily view. Let me show you the refresh daily view also. This is the refresh daily view which we have assigned on this refresh button also. So what it is doing, again we are taking these two worksheet and we are unprotecting this sheet, and to unprotect this there is no password. You can simply go to the review and say unprotect, that will be unprotected. Okay, you can see that also if you want to see, if you want to copy the data or if you want to work on this. Okay, now after unprotecting this, we are applying the filter on the event sheet. Here we are applying the filter according to the start date and end date. You can see which is greater than and equal to start date and less than and equal to end date. Then once filter is applied, we are copying the data here. So we are copying the data from event to daily view. So that means, let's say I select here 1st March, okay, and I refresh this. So from the 1st March till 26 March, it will filter the data from here and it will paste the data here. This is what happening here. Alright. Now I will show you the event form also. The calendar form we have already explained how we can create that, and the time picker also in our previous videos. You can check out our BBA playlist also. Now here we have created this simple data entry form. We have created several videos on the data entry form also. You can check out them. Now these are the normal text boxes. You can see all are the text boxes. We just have put the code on the submit button. So on the submit button, we are just checking you have to enter the event, which is text box 3. Okay, this is mandatory field. Now we are checking if txt id. So we have another text box, this one. If this is blank, this is not blank, then we will update, otherwise we will add. Okay, if we are updating, then we are taking one variable as I row. So in case of update, we are checking which will be the I row using the match function. For example, if I'm updating the ID number, let's say 85, this 85 is available on row number 89. Okay, if I enable the headings from here, then you can see the row number 89. So it will return the row number 89. The I row value will be row number 89. In case of add, it will take the last row, whatever is the last row plus 1. So that will be our I row. Alright. And in case of the add, we will update the ID also. So the ID will be whatever is the maximum ID, we will add plus 1 there. Alright. Now this is the simple code. We are updating the column B, C, D, E, F, G from the different text boxes here, like date, day, event name, time, location and description. We are updating that. And once we have pasted, then from the row number 2, we are copying the format, and on the last row we are pasting that. Row number 5 is the first row wherein data is entered, this one. Okay, and now data is, now you have formatted the data, and then we are making the form as clear. So just make the form as clear, and we are showing this message. All right. Now we have created 3 separate macros to put on this button. So let me show you those one also. Here on the top you can see we have put add new record. Add new record is nothing but just show this form. So we have assigned on this button. If you click, it will just show this form. Now the second one is update existing record. On the event sheet, first it will check you have selected the proper ID or not. That means you have to select the ID only. Okay, if you select, you click anywhere, and then it will show please click on the record ID which you want to update. Okay, so this is what we are checking here, and if it is correct ID you have selected, then it will show this event form. We have the LBL ID label and the TXT ID text box here, this one and this one. So it will make visible and it will fill the active cell value. So let me show you. If I click anywhere, let's say on 85 ID number, if I click, it will fill here this 85 and this box and the ID is visible. But if I click on new record, that is not visible here. Okay, this is what we are doing. Now what is happening once it is visible, just double click here. If it is visible and there is if the ID is not blank, then what it is doing, from the event sheet it is checking that ID is available at which row of this sheet. Then it is filling back to the different text boxes the value from the sheet, like date, time, location, event, everything. Okay, so let me show you. If I click on the 85 and update record, so it is filling back, like this was the date, this was the day, this was the event name, this was the description, this was the location, and this was the time. Everything is filled back. Now you can change this and you submit, then it will update again. So that is how it is working. And to delete a record, we have put here another procedure here in this module. This procedure is the for delete a record, and this is the same one. We are just checking the row number. So row number, once we find the row number according to the active cell, which is the ID, and first it will confirm, do you want to delete? Once you say yes, then it will delete the entire row. That's it. Alright, so that is how we have created this. Alright friends, so friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my video. Thank you so much for the watching.